making any sound, guys. Got that concentration thing going. Putting a laptop in the engine compartment of a car is need for high quality concentration. Trying to balance it on things that aren't meant to be balanced on. Just want to get her up here where she can be out of the way. Cannot read any of that stuff, so stand by one. Get the power supply for the laptop hooked in. Think that worked? Am I on? No, not yet. I can't tell. We're still plugged, yes. I don't know, guys. Normally kicks on right away. Alright, so anyway, I'm just setting things up, waiting for my boy to get down and out and available and ready to go. Trying to move wires and lines and whatnot out of the way. You guys can't see anything at all, can you? I'm sorry. Get you up here. Yeah, at least you can sort of see what's going on. Not really. Anyway. Maybe that over there will be fine. I don't know. I got myself about 4 inches longer of a cord. Maybe that'll work-ish. Okay. So I don't know. Can't tell. The daggum thing is working. Let's get this out of the way because I will need as much of this line as possible because I'm thinking about trying to hook you up somewhere right here because this is where you need to be able to see. But you got to be able to see, or whatever the right way to say it is, without being in the way. Okay, so I got the cut thing figured out, sorta, not really. Place this stuff here, get this underneath here. See, my laptop thing got a really ornery power cord to the point where sometimes it just will not charge. Huh. If this thing doesn't charge, this is going to be a very short stream, guys. The battery lasts about half an hour. Come on, you know you can do it. Unless I done buggered up the plug again. Must be alright. This is literally the plug that I've been using for the last... There we go. Work now, so don't touch that. Nobody touch that right there. Don't touch it. So, here's my boy's Mazda. This is 1992 Mazda MX-3. It's got the V6, which is actually the smallest production V6 on the market. Dual overhead cam, 24 valve, and this is the timing belt. We've already tightened that up with the previous owner. We got it from, decided they just wanted to, yeah, they needed to replace it. But this new one, you can tell they're new because you can see these part numbers. When it's old, these will be just black the whole way through. You can see a little bit of the marking, so it has been used for a while, but we're not going to worry about replacing it yet. Hey, Brother Moon, how's it going? How's it going? Just getting things set up. My boy's not outside yet. But this is the MX-3 V6. Got the computer set up over there. I still woodwork even when I'm not woodworking. That's kind of funny. But anyway, here's my timing belt. Back pulley, front pulley. This is for the cams. 3 cylinders. Inside intake manifold. Down below in all here. Below the motor mount, which is right there. That is where we're going to be working today. So, I don't know if this cord is going to be long enough, but I'll show you under here where we're going to be working. Maybe. So, this is the crankshaft. The water pump is right up in there. This is solid metal. Will not come out. This is our little peephole that I had to look through when I had to tap the top hole for the tensioner pulley. The tensioner itself. The previous owner decided to crank it down with like 47 foot-pounds of torque per square inch versus when it's supposed to be like 15. And what they did is they just basically stripped all the threads out. So we found this hole, and that is how I looked through to get to, there's 2 bolts about like this. Praise the Lord that they have this here, because if it was down here I never would have been able to tap that and we would have had to pull the engine. I don't want to pull the engine. But looking at the belt, the belt's not bad. Pulley's got a crack there. I'm hoping that it will be free because I don't have a puller. And I really don't want to go and buy one for $40. You can see by this, the previous owner didn't have a clue what they're doing, and yeah. Such is the life of a used car, right? Okay, so, back up top, because kneeling hurts. Here's the dipstick. Can't see. Here's the dipstick for the oil. This pulley right back there, that is just an idler pulley. But I'm trying to see if you guys can see. Okay, so right back in there, I don't even know if you can see it, right about where my finger would be the left hand side of the water pump. The center is directly down here, which the cool thing is that's the motor mount, which means we gotta loosen and possibly pull the motor mount. Enjoy. If you look in through here, right down in there is the tensioner. I don't know if you can see that belt that crosses over right about there. I should probably get my glasses on. Hold on. Sorry. And you wrote something, so I gotta look. See your new videos. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if they were posting or not. I got things saying that I got a possible copyright infringement thing, so I will not be able to be monetized, which is fine, because, yeah. Anyway, okay, so, back to where I was. See that pulley right there? This belt has to come off. That part right there is, see the shiny thing going left to right? Kind of like from this direction down that way. It is right here. That is the tensioner for this idler pulley. That's what keeps tension on the serpentine belt. So, that has to come out. The tensioner does. Right there, the shiny part by my fingertip. That's got to come out. It's 2 bolts. The top bolt, last time I got into this I helicoiled, and we got that all good to go. Come on, focus, you stupid thing. Maybe if I sit you down, you can figure out what's going on. Yeah. Wood mounts in a car are not always the best. Okay. Now you can see that idler pulley a little bit better and whatnot. The water pump, believe it or not, you can't even really see from here. It appears it's what's in the center of the screen now would be the left hand side of the water pump. The main water pump. You see this part down below here where my fingers are at. These are the two mounts right here for the engine mount, which is right here. The water pump pulley, water pump is right back behind that. So what we're going to end up probably doing, so we can actually access it, yeah, that was about as American and as a speech impediment as I've ever heard. Anyway, we're probably going to end up pulling this out. This is a hard line, but it's a coolant return. So, nothing in there but nothing, because there's literally no coolant in this thing. It all leaked out. And we actually only use water because we're just trying to get it done and fixed. This is the bleeder valve. We replaced this hose because, man, the hose that was on there was just leaking out of there and leaking out of here. We actually thought this is where our main leak was coming from. We were hoping real bad. Replace this pipe, this hose, this upper rad hose, that was where all of our water comes. But no, it's not. So that's gonna be fun. But anyway, so Moon. All that was by heart, man. You see my cord trying to hold things out of the middle of the road. I can probably pull that off. Sorry guys, you're just flopping everywhere. Waiting on my boy to come out and about. Not sure where he's at or what he's doing. But I have my phone up handy. I'll be able to see what's going on with people chit-chatting. Just going to remove this. As you can see, they got some open wires. We are going to eventually pull this engine. And I'm pretty positive by the amount of electrical tape that is everywhere in this car. We'll probably buy a new harness. That'd be a wiring harness. Replace all this. I don't know what is going on here, but we got taped wires here that is definitely not factory. This is factory, but this is not. Got these that are just cut and open and wired in together. Over here we've got more wires that have just been who knows together. So that would be just a quite an enjoyable feature for this car. But you know what? I cannot complain. I can complain because I don't like sideways engines at all. Now, there's no room. I mean, you can see there's no room. You got to pull stuff just to look at stuff. But that being said, I'm pretty sure I can pop all these, get that harness out of the way, get back over here. Might be able to see, just a smidge better. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Granted, other than just what we've done so far, getting the timing belt back on, helicoil and that junction that was buggered up, I've never worked on a Mazda before. But right now I'm just trying to slide this stupid thing off and I can't get grip on it. Probably shouldn't have done a 4-hour whip stream yesterday. Might have been a better idea to not do. There we go. Okay, so there's one. There's two. Wow, that just like slid right off of there. Come on. You can do it. You know you want to. With a little bit of help. Some of these things you just got to push down and hope you don't break them. They just don't want to come off. And I've got bare wire sitting right there anyway, so that'll be something I have to address as well. And then one more plug down here. Oh, the vacuum line. I wonder where that goes to. Interesting. I think we're missing something because this clip is supposed to clip onto something, but I'm not seeing. Oh, maybe it goes to the top of the cover. Okay. And then we got one more. Of course, it's way down yonder, and I can't get to her because of this upper rad hose. Maybe. Where does that even go? I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to go that way. Wow. The way this guy's got this thing moved is it will go right through the middle of the timing belt cover, which I know is not right. I'm just trying to push the little off switch. It's not actually what it's called, I just can't reach it because you're in the way, guys. Trying to move. I can't really see too much there, but it'll have to do. You're in the way. Come on. There we go. Okay. Alright. So that's all. We gotta figure out about this wire right here. I think they got that just boogered up all who knows where, sideways and upside down. Where does it go? Oh, it goes down there to the crank positioning sensor. Okay, so maybe that does go up right through the middle of the timing belt. Doubtful. But we will see. Okay, so I've got that out, This probably goes into somewhere else that shouldn't be there. This is a hard wire cover that literally just snapped. That probably looks like the thermostat temp gauge. Can't really tell. Maybe not. I don't know. Can't really see what it is. I know you heard that. Funny thing is they just saw me sitting out here working on this thing. Oh man, we got the sun peeping in on you. That better? That better. Maybe I can flip you all up and around here and get you out of the sun. That work? That's a little bit better. Okay, so we got to figure out how to move this thing. That is going to be a no good idea. Put this away. This is where having a lift would just be a little bit better, because if I could get this about a foot higher, I wouldn't have to bend over laying on everything. Okay, so you can see a little bit better, but I'm really trying to see if I can't get this out of here. It looks like it's just one pin. And I got a cord right there. Yeah, that thing's bone dry and there's some weird filter in there. Actually smells kind of like training fluid. Let's see where that wire goes into. I know it's not a wire, guys. I call everything wires. Okay, that hose goes back into there. Huh. It can't be. Is that really what it is? Is it really just cap off right there and go, oh, okay, never mind, it goes up and then yonder. That goes into the bottom of what looks like the power steering fluid, so no, we can't cap that off. I don't know if you can hear any of what I'm saying, watching while I'm cooking dinner. Oh, cool beans, man. What you making today? Or as they could say, what you making, Jamaican? Sorry, that was kind of dweeby. So yeah, I can't pull this off. I've got power steering, that's what that is, and it is very low. The hose comes through there, down in through here, and I lost it. Dives back yonder. Where does it go from here? Does it actually end underneath the driver's side light bulb? No, it goes back into that, which crosses over into there, and I don't know where it goes. Oh, it keeps on going. What the heck is even that, guys? Why is it gonna... That makes no freaking sense at all. Alright, so I may not be a genius. Oh, we're good with cars. Jerk chicken with roast veg. Oh man. It was quiet for a while. He's done with Cuba. Oh, it could smell like a lot worse, brother. But anyway, so this is the fun part. So this goes down through, crosses behind the bumper, cuts back, I kid you not, then comes straight back here. I can see where this goes. It doesn't go through an intercooler. It just is a bare open pipe all the way. It's disgusting. I'm going to show you. This is horrible. This is freaking non-American made right here. Okay. So, try to keep you steady. Sorry. Okay. Power steering reservoir. Goes back here. Goes down underneath. Down at the very bottom of this part of the engine is the power steering pump. Okay. That puts pressure to everything. So, from there, I don't know where it goes because I can't see. But this is the top end, the bottom end. So, it goes through a filter. Well, this bottom end right here, where's my finger? There it is. Goes down behind through here. See these hard lines right? Sorry guys. I'm trying to get you focused. See those hard lines right there? The ones that kind of got the weird bump bent to it? It literally comes all the way across here. You can sort of see where it goes that way. Maybe? Yeah, this hard line right here goes that direction. And I kid you not, comes back here. Where's my finger? Comes, you can't see it, but guess what that hard line right there is? That hard line right there is the other side of that hard line. It literally comes through here, behind the headlight, drops down, and then comes back. Right here, and then bends. This is the line right there, bends this direction right here. Why would you do that? There's no split offs that I can see. Where it goes from there, I can't tell either. It looks like it plumbs into something. Maybe the back side of the power steering pump. I don't know. But I've got this hard line right here that comes down and dives underneath there too. I don't know where that goes either. So instead of making y'all sick even more and more, there's something wrong with my little witchy-didger. Bring him back over here. Okay, where are you looking? Right in the middle of the wires. Where's you looking? So, we can't pull this. I'm going to see if I can fandangle that around a little bit. I might have to take this upper rad hose off though. I got to get my gripper thingies. And in case you're wondering, yes, gripper thingy is the technical term. Because I absolutely hate this style hose clamp. Because it looks secure, nice and tight, but they are not secure enough in my opinion. I prefer regular hose clamps. Whew. I say that because a regular hose clamp you can actually, oh no, I'm going to move you up a bit, you guys can see what's going on. They actually squeeze up, get nice and tight. I might have to put up a piece of cardboard to block the sun. Let's see how long that won't stay there. Maybe with a clamp it'll work. So, the cardboard looks like it helps. That's funny. Huh. Crazy, 5 times longer than it needs to be. Oh, absolutely. Maybe even 10 times longer. So that beep was me having to go get my boy up, my little guy, for school. So, hang out here. I'm going to turn you around. Let you enjoy what you can barely see of the town while I go wake him up. Won't take long, and I'll be back in a few. I'm going to take my phone off so I can watch. Well, I can't contact. Well, I might be able to. Be right back. thank you so much for that. I don't know what's up with people doing that junk, but oh well. I guess they probably get paid for it. Oh, anyway, thank you for that. I'll get back to what I was doing. Got the little guy up, got some cereal in his bowl for him, and he's chowing down. See, this is why I hate these stupid clamps. They spin on you. You can't get a hold of them right. Alright. This one's a real pain in the butt because of the dipsticks, like right in the middle of the road. And you can't get to where the dipstick clamps on yet. That was a bear to get it. I'm not going to pop the dipstick out, because if I do that, then I have to worry about water getting into the oil. And that's never a good thing. You know, the funny thing is I'm doing all this work up here. Believe it or not, 90% of this work is going to be done underneath. I'm just doing this just to give us access so y'all can see what I'm doing. Like I said, there's nothing on YouTube that actually shows the pulling out, putting in. There's a guy up there, on there, sorry. That will make you think he's going to do it. But like I was saying yesterday, the stream is 5 years old. Not stream, video, sorry. Been on here too long. The video is 5 years ago. Spammers banned and reported. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. But, like I said, there's water. Straight water, so any of the environmental people that are afraid that I'm hurting the environment, be still, you're flipping out souls. I'm glad my light's not turned on. I got a big old light under here. And that puppy, yeah, gets about 9 million degrees. I'm gonna wipe that off real quick. If I had that on when I had popped that upper rad hose, you know what would happen? It'd have gone pop, because this glass in front just absolutely will just boil water in a fraction of a second. I guess it's not really a bad thing. The lens was dirty. Now I gotta stick it over here in the sun so it can dry out the rest of the way. And I full on expect to be 95% soaked when I get done with this job. Okay, so we can see a little bit better. I'll bring you around. Okay, come on, wire. Be good to me. Hooked up on the coil. Okay, so you can see a little bit better now. So, right down here, as a mod, are you okay to have... Dude, you want a brew? Have a brew, brother. That is on you, man. As the one and only moderator for my channel, I hereby let you know, dude, you want to have a beer, have a beer. That's a big old gaggle right there. I'm just going to shove back in there. Just trying to move things around just a little bit more, maybe get you in. Okay, so this pulley right here is the water pump pulley. This is a tensioner for the other belt that goes on here over to there. You can sort of see it. That'll come off. But this pulley right here, right in front of my fingertip, that is the water pump pulley. If you look, there's literally, trying to keep both in screen, you've got the fire or the wheel well wall right there, the pump right there. Oops, too late, beer in hand. It's all good, brother. It's all good. I trust you enough. Hey, I wonder, I just saw I bet you. Heh. I just found the vacuum link. I don't really know. There's a vacuum fitting right here that this hose just happens to go like perfectly over to. So before I forget, which I will, I'm gonna do the right thing and pop that puppy on there. I don't think that little hose will be in my way, but if it is, oh well. Okay, so I probably still need to move that because while I might be able to see that, I can't get in there. I can't move this. This would be the AC unit. And he was thinking about doing an AC delete, which basically means you pull all the air conditioning stuff completely out. What that does is that gives you about 5 more horsepower. And for here, that's fine. But he's talking about going over to Oklahoma. He's got a friend that's over there. And honestly, Oklahoma and no AC is not smart. So, oh, you know, before I get too deep into this, I need to, I don't know if you can see this part right here. No, you can't. This is the timing mark. It's supposed to line up with this little nub right at the very tip of my fingernail. Can you see it? Focus. There we go. I think it's focused. That little tip right there is supposed to line up with this. There's one back here as well. And this rear pulley right there. And its little mark is actually way down yonder under here where you can't even really see because the lighting is horrible. So what I probably need to do is probably need to rotate it around. Did you look? Yeah, babe. I did look. I'll show you. It's pretty awesome. That was the first thing I did. So I can take off this, the quarter panel. There's just a couple of bolts here, one there, one under here, one under there, one back in the corner. That'll take off the panel. And you can see where it would attach. You can take off a cover and a cover up here, but this does not come off. This bolt here was, I guess, an option for something, maybe a mud flap guard that hung down here probably. But no, this does not move. There's my little peephole, like I was saying earlier. This does not move. It won't come. It's solid, core all the way through. This is actually part of the frame right here. This is all welded up together, welded, spot welded. There's axis here and axis there for looking through. But this is all welded up underneath here too. It's all part of the frame. So that's not an option, unfortunately. But that is the absolute first thing I looked at. Oh, I thank you for the idea though, babe. It would have been so much easier. But I did say that I hate sideways mount engines, right? If we were working on the training, man, there's all kinds of room over here. And that transmission's down there. That's the starter you see right in the middle of your screen. Come on, sunlight. There we go. That's the starter. Transmission back end underneath the air filter. You can see all the way down to the ground right there. That'd be nice. I could almost crawl in there. But no. Sideways engine. Gotta be all funky. So what I need to do is I'm actually going to get underneath, get on this crank pulley, which is this one here. Actually, before that, I'm going to go ahead and loosen that up, pull that out of the belt off. I'm going to do that just because it'll make things easier. I think I'm going to guess that's a 10 millimeter. Looks like it's about a 10 millimeter. Yep, it is. Yeah, that sucks real bad, babe. I need a longer extension. Yep, it'd have been super cool. Take all the stuff that's in front of it. Yep. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I know TJ's not going to be running this car anytime soon, really. Just because of what's got to go on with fixing. I don't know if you can see that pulley moving up. I can see it moving up, so you guys probably can too. All this is just pulling that pulley up so I can get that belt off, which I got to do from below. Alright, so the belt it's pretty worn. Not horrible though. I don't see any cracks. The way I can tell that it's worn is if you look, it's wanting to stay in a specific position. But you can see the name of it and everything's still fairly clear. No, that doesn't say Ford, it says Gates. But see a little bit of wear over here compared to over here. If you look at this part here, some of the insides are fraying out. He's probably going to need a new belt. I would suggest that to him. At least we got a part number on it. That's always a good thing. Another good thing is that I'm documenting this so when I forget what I'm doing, you know? Okay, now how do I get the water pump one off? That would be that pulley down there. Which is that pulley there? Okay. Now I've got to move you guys to underneath probably. Switch extensions again. So I'm going to bring the camera under as far as I can under it. That actually isn't too bad looking, really. Yeah, that actually doesn't look too bad right there, guys. So if I can just do this without kicking you. And this is just, wrong way. This is just loosening. No, I was doing the right way. It just feels like it's weak. But it's not. The only reason I'm doing this one is because it's back here and this whole pulley has to come off. One of these days I'll get myself a new socket and it'll quit popping like that. Yep, I can do that. I just had the thought of, oh wait, I've got to put things back in time. Not that it jump time, but just to make sure that it doesn't jump time on me when I go to pull the crank, because I don't want this spinning at all without being locked in. And of course that's odd. You can't get the belt out of there with the tensioner removed, or down too far I guess. If you're all talking, I'm sorry I can't see it or respond. Oh, I'm all up in this thing right now. All I'm doing is putting it back up so I can get the belt out. I gotta inspect the belt since I'm down here. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna need this. But not this. Okay, so the belt, this belt is definitely much more worn. There are some cracks in it. Some cam view, yeah, there you go. Basically what it is. This belt is much more worn, but it's not dry cracking out or anything like that. So that's a good thing. Oh. Now I gotta move the cam over. I'm gonna guess it's this big old dog. Nope, almost. That one. Yep, it's that one. Alright. I gotta run and get my cheater pipe on. So I don't have a BFH anymore. If you're wondering what a BFH is, it stands for Big Freaking Hammer. But I do have a BFP, which is a Big Freaking Pipe. I think you guys can probably see that. My cheater pipe. Yep. It goes on here. I wish my boy was out here because I can't see. If I know I'm going the right direction. I just want to make sure that I might not even need this. I don't need that, but I need something different than that. Okay, so I don't need the BFP, but the socket is just too short. So I got my, what they call a breaker bar. It's just longer. It doesn't ratchet, so you can apply more torque to it. See that? So much easier. Now I'm just watching my time and mark as I go around. This is completely blind. My head's up here on the wheel well, looking at this front cam, turning it. Actually, I'm using my knee right here. You guys can't quite see. To help me turn. Not that it's hard, but be able to see what I'm doing. I probably should have pulled the plug. Let the oh, there you go. Compression went anyway. Okay, we're getting close to being on the timing mark. Okay, real slow now, real slow. Right there. Okay, so I'll show you what I just did, guys. If you remember, this yellow mark, where you at? There we go. This yellow mark was over here. So I just spun the engine to where it went all around to line this yellow mark up with that little nip right there. The reason I do that is because then I come back over here and I try to figure out if this yellow mark here is lined up with this nip right here, which of course I've got all this in the way, so I can't really see. But guess what? I've got this really neat camera that I can probably lower down in there somewhere. And I can't see anything at all. So, well, that sounded really cool. It didn't work. It looks pretty squared away. And then down there, my wife actually got it the other day. She was able to see it. I don't know how. Babe, how did you see the crank? Do you remember? Focus up. Do you remember how you saw up underneath here? You remember that? I hope you're still watching. Might go full screen and view the chat on your phone. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm viewing chat on my phone. I've got it set right there. Oh, you mean full screen? Okay, full screen for that. How do I do that? Let me see. That would be under editor, I would think, right? And there's obviously no music today. Let me come over here. It'll be layout editor, I believe. That one. One thing I can change it to would be this one. Usually it doesn't do anything at all. see is what I'm thinking you're going after. Is make it so I can see that better, huh? Maybe that. Well, about as close as we can get to big, and I don't know how to zoom it. So, is that what you're talking about, Uke? I mean, I don't know. There you go. Still calling you Uke, man. I'm sorry. I don't even know if you can hear me. I was kind of talking quiet because I thought I had a phone by my face. So yeah, I got the view on my phone, or the chat on my phone. I was just trying to be able to see what I was trying to record, along with what I wasn't trying to record. And I just had a thought. My thought being, I gotta pop this bolt, and if you guys just saw, I just spun this engine over real easy like. So when I go to try to pull that off, that's gonna be hard. I gotta pop that. Yep, I gotta pull the engine mount. Engine mount goes straight through the middle of the water pump. Oh, you gotta love the design flaws, guys. Oh, man. Well, I guess it ain't fixing itself, huh? And I tried to do the full screen thing you were talking about, you, but I don't know if I did it right. I'm probably gonna see my melon in here for a second. I'm just trying to look at something real quick. I don't know why I'm apologizing, because I'm gonna be doing this a lot. It's a bit nippy this morning too, so that's why I got my jacket on still. I would love the pulley. I don't know if you guys can see it. Bring it a little closer, a little upper. The pulley I'm going for is right up in here. I'm thinking you guys can probably see that. Hope so. You got to pull this pulley off without turning it so that it stays in time. The engine to the cams, crankshaft to the cams. So I'm spinning the water pump. It actually feels fine. So I wonder if the water pump itself is fine, but just the gasket blew out. That happens. Of course, it doesn't feel like there's any real resistance either. Oh yeah, there's almost no resistance at all. I can spin it with my finger and it'll rotate a little bit more. So, yeah, I think the pump's probably shot. There should be some sort of resistance to it. And there's nothing. Nothing at all. No resistance. I mean, you can feel it move. But, no. If you guys are wondering where your camshaft positioning sensor is, it's right there. I know you probably weren't wondering, but I told you anyway. Okay, so I'm coming back up top, bringing the chat with. Just looking is all I'm doing. And I'm pretty positive, like 112% positive. Okay, now that annoyance is gone, I'm 112% positive that this is just going to be totally awesome. And I do remember now that I have to actually support the engine because I got to pull this motor mount because the motor mount actually goes right through the middle of the water pump. I'm bringing you guys up to see that. It's pretty interesting. Let me see if I can get you down in here a little bit. Okay, so that's the motor mount right here. It comes through here and attaches to the motor. Not really sure. Maybe you can see it right in there. Come on, focus for me, guys. Okay, so center your screen, that bolt right here, and there's one right here. This is part of the motor mount, which is right here. That goes through the water pump, which I can't bend my finger back far enough, is right there. So yeah, that's awesome. So yep, I gotta pull those. I also have to pull this pulley. This is the water pump pulley. Can you see it? Right there. My finger's not quite touching it because I don't have enough room. But yep, you can see it a little bit better from there. That pulling your center screen. This one that I'm spinning. See, it should not spin like that. It should have some sort of resistance to it. Okay. So I got to support the engine, which means I have to jack it up just a hair, and I can put it right there on that to jack up. I'm thinking, so I'm gonna go get another jack and a chunk of wood. I'll be right back. Feel free to inspect this wonderful engine compartment that you can see. Notice everything that's wrong and let me know, please. Thank you very much. I'm just going to my shop, not going anywhere else. Okay, so I got another jack. I need to get a piece of wood. It's amazing how often you'll actually use wood in an auto mechanic and gizmo witch-a-digger thingamajig. So I'm going to bring y'all back down again since I'm working underneath. Prop you up and see the engine again. So what I'm doing is I've got the support bottom of the oil pan. This is what I've got. It likes to leak. So crank it down to 9,000 foot-pounds of pressure. Hope my foot's not just right in the middle of your guys' road. If it is, I'm sorry. I don't mean for it to be. Okay, so there's contact. A little bit of pressure off, that's all we want to do. Just a hair off. And then when we go to loosen and remove the engine mount, it should be halfway smart-like and be nice to us. I don't know, I'm going to be working right here. I hope you can see that. That's going to be a deep well. So far everything on here has been metric, but I brought the standard out as well. I'm going to guess that that's going to be like Probably a 15 millimeter. No? Maybe 17 millimeter. Let's try it out, see what happens. There it is. 17 millimeter. Make sure she's on right. Oh, yep, that's going to be a fun one. Longer extension, please. Where you at? There you are. The bad thing about the longer extensions is that they torque a little bit. Holy crud, guys. This is where having an impact gun would be nice. Oh, nope. She ain't wanting to go. It's not right hand thread. Maybe need to take a little more pressure off. Let's try that. Nope. So I gotta use my cheater. Switch down to my small extensions. Oh wait, no, I've got a solid core long extension that's 6 inches. I'll get that. Hold on a second. I got my 6-inch extension. Things a little bit lower, a little easier to see. Get my BFP on here, and let's see if I can break something. Hopefully nothing on the car. Aha! She goed. What's up, dude?
Yeah, sorry, I woke up with a wicked headache, so I went back to bed.
It's all good, dude. And there we go. Alright. So I'll give you a heads up where we're at. Got the belts off. They're over in the corner. They will need to probably be replaced. Maybe not today, but fairly soon because they are getting old. They're fraying a bit. I got the engine supported. I'm loosening the motor mount because the motor mount.
Do we have to jack it up?
The engine? Yeah, the engine's got underneath of it, and we'll probably jack up just a bit more.
Okay. No, I was asking if we're going to jack up the engine out kind of thing.
Probably a little bit because we can't pull this. This is your power steering, which goes down.
Yeah, it's
hard
super
pump, comes back,
place.
and then comes back. There's no reason for it. There's nothing, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, found out where your vacuum line goes. Goes right here.
Okay.
Throttle positioning sensors down below the crank. I'm not sure how we're going to get the crank off yet because I put everything back in time with the wrench, and it was easy enough to do with my hand and the knee. But we'll figure that out. So all I'm doing now is I'm pulling the engine mounts, the top part, and then we'll go from there. But we cannot move this stupid hose. Like I said, power steering. If you had your AC delete, it really wouldn't make any difference because that's not in the way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't roll any of my windows down, so I'm going to keep the AC in it. So
Well, absolutely. Absolutely.
I say any of the windows like there's more than just
Yeah. Well, there might be.
Never know.
Never know.
So we do have to essentially pull the engine to get this done?
Essentially. Maybe not pull it per se, but move it a little bit. BFP is definitely coming in handy today.
What is?
My BFP. Big frickin' pipe.
Yeah.
And I got Uke Moon is on here. He actually changed his name to UK Moon because people were having problems spelling ukulele, or saying ukulele. Kind of funny. Okay, so that's engine mount. No, we gotta pull that part off. What I'm doing, I was thinking about if we could pull this part off, because that goes here, that'll give us a little bit more clearance to get down in there, but we're still running into this. This pipe's in the way. I've got this unplugged, it was right through in here. That's unplugged and moved. This goes way down yonder through about 47 different items as well. Wishing I could get it back in there. Just out of our way a little more, you know?
Yeah.
Did you have breakfast and everything yet? Okay, good. Okay, so we got those removed. Now we have to go in from the bottom, or maybe from the top. You want to grab me, let's go with a 15 millimeter. Let's see if I can get in here. Yep, I do gotta move that. It's in the way. Thanks, sir. I gotta ditch this jacket. Too warm. Got this up because it shades it, because I was getting some serious reflection.
Yeah.
I don't have any music on because I loaded my other videos onto YouTube and they were automatically demonetized. Not that I was making money anyway, because they could hear and recognize music.
Even though you weren't claiming the rights to it.
Nope, even though I had the big old thing right on the top, which is still there, saying I don't own. But it says this video cannot be monetized due to copyright issues. Yep, that's awesome. I might be able to get it from underneath. And I gotta keep this going, rolling with the twitch. Yep, I thought so. I'm moving a little bit. The jack is leaking air, or leaking whatever it's leaking. But anyway, how's your head doing now?
It's doing a bit better.
Doing better? That's good. I gotta take that pulley off. I can't get to it. Can I have a 10 millimeter, please?
Yeah. I believe you have your 10. You do.
I do.
And then mine. It's right here.
Thanks, sir. Might have to have you, yeah, I will have to maybe figure out a way to hold that pulley still.
I'm gonna have to move your camera thing.
That's fine, just get it. Hand it down to me. Hey guys. This right here, I gotta take the bolts out. I don't know if the fingers are just gonna work. There we go. No, nope. Fingers ain't gonna work.
Oh, I have an idea. Do you have a little...
I'm thinking 10 millimeter wrench.
Yeah.
That's a little grindy.
Do what?
I'm just talking to myself, wow. What is that? That pulley doesn't move at all. That's not a good thing. What is Oh, dude, yeah, send me over some jerk chicken. Send me over some jerk chicken. Why is it that? Oh, it does move. Oh man, you're gonna have to change that pulley. Oh, that is bad. That is not good.
Which one?
Here, you got a tensioner pulley? Dude, I can barely spin it. Right here, spin that puppy. So, if you compare that with that,
Yeah, aren't the tensioners supposed to be hard though?
no. This is just what moves it up down, but then you look at your alternator pulley,
Yeah.
that moves nice and easy. Your AC pulley, which is right underneath here, moves easy. Your tensioner down there moves easy. Yeah, that is a absolute replacement. But we'll worry about that in a moment. I think we actually got to take that off too. It looks like it goes through the water pump. Can't tell. Okay, so your idea is with the grip onto one of them probably? You guys can't really see real well. Oh.
The 12 ticket should go and just grab onto it. Can you flatten this out?
Flatten what out?
This needs to be straight.
No.
Just right now, no?
No. Try the box end.
It doesn't do anything because you're pulling the opposite direction. I need to hold on it, not push on it.
Remember, it's a 10 millimeter though.
Yeah, I know it's a 10 millimeter, but that doesn't mean anything. Because they're all curved. All the good things are curved, huh?
Yeah. You need to move it some?
No, I needed it to like hold on to that wrench, but go ahead.
You're not going to hold it with hand. I'm not even putting any kind of torque to it at all. Hopefully that's a little better for you guys. Everything will stay straight there.
Yeah, it needs to be flat then. None of these are flat.
Okay. I know you just want to see. Yeah, because it won't want to stay unless you hold it way up here, but I don't even know if that's going to work. This is flat right here. You want to try, make sure that doesn't pop off of there. Not sure it's going to work or not, but no, it's going the wrong direction. Yep, that's what I was thinking. Maybe that's why when they lost the one, they didn't put it back. Can I see that wrench actually? What I'm going to try to do is go in from the bottom, hook her onto one, pop her onto another. Well, that worked, sort of, I think. I don't know. Something's moving. That worked too.
We have to pull that one off?
Yep, that's your water pump pulley. So those are loose. The problem will be now is just getting this last one off.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to lift the engine for this.
got one bolt fixing to come out. Can you grab it by any chance? Can you see it?
No.
Got it?
Yeah.
Alright, it's yours. I think the scariest part of doing this is that I'm laying underneath the front drinker side axle and whatnot.
You know, I'm almost considering putting it back together and then going and talking to a shop and be like, hey, how far out are y'all scheduled and how much would it cost to do this, just to get an estimate?
Well, you can just call them.
Well, I don't know of any shops that do this.
I don't know anyone either. But that's where you just call and say how much for you guys to do it. We can do it, it's just gonna take a while.
Yeah.
I think I figured out how to get it off though.
Huh?
Yep, I got her. Okay. Okay, here comes bolt number 2. The bug just bungee jumped right in my nose hole. You see it? You got it?
Yeah.
Alright. And then the last one. Alright.
Forward, down.
Okay. So there's that. Now, before we do anything else, all of that was basically to make sure that we got the right water pump.
Where is it? Is it here?
It's in the box right on the left hand side by the chicken tables. Okay. If you listen to Jamaican internet radio station, obscure tracks they play don't come up on the algorithm. Oh, hey, look at that. That's a good idea, brother. Same with Mexican salsa. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Mexican salsa. Well, I like salsa, but yeah. At least Jamaicans speak some sort of English. You can't even afford to see. So we got the pulley off. This is the water pump pulley. So what TJ is doing now is that he's making sure we have the right pump that will fit into here before we do anything else with that. And I believe we do.
I'm just keeping the coil thing on there so it doesn't mess up the fins.
Okay. Yep, we have the right size. You look, see, everything bolts in like it's supposed to be. So we got the right pin. Okay, so you can go ahead and stick that back in the bag box, which you did your thing. I'm gonna take this water pump, and we only have 3. The pulley, I'm gonna bring that in with this. These bolts are just sitting in top. Like that. Yep. Alright.
Now comes sucky part.
It's all sucky in one way or another, dude. But at least we will have access now. Turn this down in there, because where I'm going to be, it's better to be seen here. Because I can now see there's, looks like 3. If you look in here, there's 1.
I can't see what you're talking about.
This bolt right here. There's
Why
1.
don't we just look at the face of this thing? Same thing. Find out how many bolts there is, right?
Yeah. so we found a bolt on here that we don't know what it goes to. And of course we can't see it.
You need to pull that tensioner off.
Which, this one?
Yeah.
I believe we will, yeah. But maybe not. Oh, I don't know. Okay, so the way that's set up is where the water pump says made in Japan. That's upside down. Compare. Just got to keep this protected because we don't want to drop it or anything like that. Okay. Nope, it is like this. That's how it is.
Is it?
Yep. I say that because
Okay,
over
yeah,
here I've got the two.
The motor mount sits right in here.
Yep, exactly. The motor mount sits there. Looks like this hole is motor mount and these two are motor mount. From what it looks like on there.
We can't pull power steering because that's going to be a bear to fix, right?
Yep. Actually, this one is motor mount. Let me come under here and look just to make sure. Yes, okay, so I can see this hole.
What goes in there?
I don't know. I need to get this drive pulley off. Okay, so there's this. And yep, it goes this direction. So this big one is motor mount.
Okay.
And the other ones are not, but you're correct, it does sit in that. So here's that back. Alright, so we gotta figure out how to get this pulley off. Crank pulley. Crank pulley is what we're going for next. And I say that because I can't get into. Wait, we gotta pull. If we have to pull the motor mount, which I'm pretty positive we do.
I mean, you already started pulling the motor mount, didn't you?
I loosened the top out.
Question, before you tear into any more of this.
Yep.
If we were to pull this hose and then just buy more power steering fluid, would that fix it or no? What does this go to?
This goes down to the power steering pump, which is this back crank right here, or cam.
Yeah.
The problem being is the reason I haven't pulled it already is because this right here is where it goes over to the other side.
No, just this.
Just the top?
Just that, because that would move. That would make up so much room.
Right behind those bins is the oil drain tank thing, the catcher. Left more, big black thing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try that. We're gonna try pulling this top power steering line. We'll stick this, open her up. This is mainly just a catch. If it falls, leaks, whatever.
Just because I know you want them to be able to see what you're doing right now. You'll be pulling this hose.
Yep, correct that one. So the grabber things are right here behind you. I pulled the upper rad hose.
It isn't too expensive, is it?
No, you can actually get it at the dollar store.
Okay. And it's not, as long as we don't run it without anything in the pump, it won't ruin anything.
Correct. We cannot fire the engine.
I mean, that's a given right now. We don't want to start the engine anyway.
No. Come on, baby.
You need to pull back on this.
Well, I'm just looking in here. It hard lines into the bottom. We either leaky everywhere or we don't. A little bit of leaky, not too bad. This is.
Question: do you want like a rag or paper towel or something you can shove in there to hold it or no?
Yes, there should be blue paper towels right behind you. Not right here. I'm gonna wipe my hand off. You can grab one, bundle it up, stick it in that hole, and then grab another one and bundle up and stick in this first hole. Actually, I'll take care of the first hole.
So like this Kind of
Shove it.
bundle?
Yep. Bundle it up in there. Shove it in there.
Fold it in.
That gives us way
She's
more
not
eyes.
Here, just do this.
Yep, that works. That's all you gotta do. That's so much better. Good idea. Good idea. Look at that, guys. See? Now we can see what we're working with. Yay! Power steering pump is directly under that motor mount. Alright, so. The only reason I'm doing this is simply because...
We have greasy hands and there's dust flying everywhere.
Yep, exactly.
I was gonna say, I know that's gonna bother you if it keeps fluffing out.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna grab some electric tape. Just tape it down into place. No, I'm not using electric tape. Electric tape is expensive. Masking tape, however, is not.
Masking tape is acquirable in places such as the dollar store.
Yep. The dollar store electric tape is garbage. You don't ever want to buy that there.
Unless you're gonna use it as like just garbage.
Yeah. Okay, so that's better. So, water pump pulley's right there. See how it moves a little bit but doesn't? There's something in there that's not right.
Well, I mean, they say replace power or water, whatever it's called.
Water pump?
Yeah. Every 10,000 miles. Isn't it every 10,000?
Something like that, yeah. And really, the only real reason that I want to stream this is, like I said, there's literally no other ones. You hand me a 14?
14? You have 14.
I have 15.
Then you can keep the video, and since we're not playing music, you can post it on YouTube.
Yep. Mainly just to help anybody else that's going through the same rigmarole that we're doing.
I mean, we do need to talk about like pulling though.
Yep. This is just the motor mount for the water pump. Or not for the water pump, but the drinker side motor mount. And there's no way this is a left-hand thread. Let's get the BFP.
A stripper.
No, I'm not stripping her. I can't even get into her with the BFP. No, just left you loose again. There we go, see? That's how it's supposed to be. See how much she's sagging. No, hell yeah.
Is the engine drooping pretty bad already?
No.
Man, you know, I've been thinking something.
Yeah?
When I do my engine turn, when I turn it, the only thing that's really going to be bothering me is I'm going to have to figure out a way to jerry-rig this to turn it around.
No, you don't jerry rig, you get aftermarket add-ons.
Well, yeah. I'll probably just, well, it's the same engine as the Miata, so I'll just buy Miata parts.
Yep, I would. Well, you're essentially going to turn this into a Miata.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to save up to buy a junked Miata so I can pull engine mounts and everything else on it.
Yep.
Engine mounts, tranny, drivetrain, all that stuff.
Yep. Okay, so here comes the bottom bolt. Engine mount. Back side. It's a backside bottom.
Okay.
This thing's about 1.5 miles long though. Holy crud. The heck, man. So, you're looking at the face. Bottom left is where this one is. So, I don't know if you have a way you want to set things up. What I would do is I'd have a specific spot for it over there that I would have a little... Yep, if you know what to do.
Well, so you said it's backside bottom, so it's... Come here for a second, please.
Yep. pieces, you don't have to worry about it. Like these are engine mounts, but they're sitting here until we get this part out. And then when this comes out, we'll thread those back on here, but they're in order. This is the back side, that's the front side.
Okay.
That's how I do it. The little CDO, but that's just how I do it. It's very odd.
So I figured out Travis, the guy that was talking about that Civic that he put the money in.
Yep.
He hates working on cars unless it's his own.
Cool.
And to the point where it's someone, his dad asked him to help change the spark plug on the van, and he said no because he hates working on cars.
Really?
Because he just had so many of them break and so much money be lost from it.
Huh.
And I'm like, well, I understand it, but I'm like, man, I love working on them. And then he's like, well, I literally hate my job. And I was like, why? And he's like, well, I hate motors. And I go,
And you're a mechanic?
yeah. And then he's like, and I'm a mechanic. I go, that's funny. He goes, but you know, to hire me, and I already know how to do everything. They're not going to hire anyone else to take my place. So I kind of have to keep it up. Yeah.
What I'm wondering is why is it that these seem like they're tightening versus loosening? Unless it's because
The engine is drooping. Well, she already came up quite a good bit, Dad.
Yep, I brought her up about an inch. Maybe just take pressure off of it.
Man, you know how nice all this would be if we could put this up on like blocks essentially, and then go through. Oh, we gotta do the thing. Okay, take all the rest of the mounts off,
Yeah.
and then walk out.
That would be nice, huh? I'm just trying to look. Let's see what's going on.
Try turning it the other way. So it won't loosen the other way. Turn it the other way.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. You won't get a right hand.
It is Japanese
Thread.
engine though.
Yeah, but you won't get a right hand thread right next to a left hand thread.
It's not loosening. Worst thing that can happen is you can try it.
Yeah. I can also do this too. I'll look up because the 626 is so much is the same engine.
Is it?
Yep. I'm just looking through. It's that one. So everybody that's on here watching, I'm not ignoring you. I'm trying to find out if this stupid engine mount is all squirrely sideways.
And we're supposed to be the informative ones.
Yep. But you know, nobody else has this on here, so we can't. I couldn't have spent the last day or two to figure out how to do it.
Be researching.
Yep, be researching. I'll look at images real quick just to see. I don't care about that. There we go. There's that. Okay, so well, I don't know, man. It doesn't make sense why it's not popping out of there.
That's the thing. Try it the other way.
I guess I can do that. It wouldn't hurt, right? Just don't want to crank on it too. You're still with us? Cool, thank you. I got a bolt right here. You can't see my finger, and one back here. One there, and one here that aren't coming out when I crank on them, and I don't want to break the bolt off. It seems like it's...
Yeah, don't.
That's tight. but it seems like it's trying to be stupid on me. I don't want it to break. So that moves, but that would be the tightening if they didn't booger everything else up.
You're spinning that righty-tighty.
Yep, I know. That's what I was. It moves righty-tighty, but it ain't moving lefty-loosey to us. I get it to a certain point. When she quits, say I get about a quarter of a turn, and then it just like locks up. Like there's something. This is just my wrench being stupid.
Well, tuned up BMW's looking.
Yeah. One click at a time. Gotta love it.
Yeah, but I'd rather that than ruining the engine.
I hear you. Yeah, I don't want to buy you a new block.
Honestly, because I know that the new block would cost more than I paid for my car.
Yeah. I'm at the BB Laster.
Well, I mean, if you snap it off, might as well just save the money and trying to get a new block for this engine. Might as well just buy a wreck Miata and I'll do it from there.
Yep.
It'd probably be easier.
It probably would be.
Because then it'd literally be, screw it, we're pulling the engine anyway.
Yep.
And we're getting rid of it anyway, and then doing that from there. But
we'll get her.
Yeah.
You got her pulled up so there's. Oh, you hear that pop? That was my knee. She's just tightened up.
Is that even necessary to take off the water pump?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna say,
Unfortunately.
You're working on something that's unnecessary. It sucks.
Yep. Oh, unfortunately. So I'm just tightening it back up simply because moving it around will get that PB Laster in there more.
So let's pick a different piece to fight.
Yep. I was thinking about pulling this off. But that's been... Huh!
What?
Oh, maybe not. No, not. I'm just drinking. Not really.
Time for an AC delete.
A little extension, please.
This
No.
thing?
Oh, my glasses. Yep. Thanks, sir. This is the motor mount. The top end. If I can get the top end out, since that's off, it might be easier to get in there to do it. 16, please. Might be easier to do what we're trying to do. Pretty positive that's welded on in the back, but it's probably not. Wow, not even 16. Yep, it's gonna be probably an 18. Got about 5 minutes and I'm gonna get Lucas ready for school. Gotta take him over the bus. No, it's not an 18.
Jump up.
It wasn't the 14, it wasn't the 15, it wasn't the 16, so we decided to jump up one and...
Jumping up to 22.
Yeah.
Really? If it fits.
No, it's a 17.
We tried 17, Dad. Give me 16. No, give me 17. Give me 18. That's for all of them except for the 19.
Don't go too far. It is the 19. Shut up. That is a 17. I don't know what I'm laughing about.
Get the idea.
Yep. Okay, so I need 17 millimeter box end wrench. Something had a little bit of blow off valve going on. But yeah, I got 2 minutes, and then I gotta go in, make sure little guy's ready for school. So we'll probably end up pausing the feed there for a minute. Maybe about 20 minutes. That's an awful long time to hold. So, once we get this on here, thanks sir. And can I have the big one as well? Thank you. You can't see what I'm doing, but just trying to get this motor mount off.
Trying to make it looser.
Yep. And of course, you're I'm sure you wanted to do an AC delete, or you didn't want to do an AC delete right now?
No, I'm telling you, my window's working.
Like right this very absolute second. Literally, I'm right up against the pipe. I mean, it might move just a hair. That's it.
You have to pull both of these for an AC delete?
Yeah. But what I can do, we're not doing an AC delete, dude.
I'm gonna say, but you're not gonna get it unless we do it, huh?
We're not doing an AC delete. Just gotta move things around a little bit. Get imaginary with it. See if that one's spinning.